Alright, howdy folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are finally going to get some information on Warno's Army General and Operations game modes. Army General is the name for their campaign system as it was introduced back in Steel Division 2. However, before we get into the rest of it, if you're interested in checking out Warno, you can find a link to the store page as well as more of my Warno content down in the playlist below. So Army General is coming back, which really means not only can you play the campaigns in Warno in a single player mode versus the AI, you can also play it in a 1v1 against another human. Back in Steel Division 2, you could also play it co-op with up to 4 people against the AI. Whether we can again have up to 4 people playing co-op in Warno has not been confirmed yet, but co-op as a feature has been confirmed alongside, like I said, single player and PvP. Now, last but not least, much like Wargame Airland Battle and Steel Division 2 Army General campaigns, you can actually play each of the 4 Army General campaigns from both NATO and Warsaw Pact perspective. Keep in mind though, they say 4 Army General campaigns. I'm not sure if this is on the official release or if this is their total number. Keep in mind that Steel Division 2 did get quite a few additional Army General campaigns through paid or free DLC, so this might also happen with Warno. So the number 4 may not be the final number. Now let's get into some of the actual details. First of all, back for Steel Division 2, the developers had portrayed divisions down to the company level. However, here in Warno, all divisions will be portrayed as accurately as possible down to a platoon level, with all divisions set up as they were in 1989. The 4 Army General maps at release will range from 75 to 150 square kilometers, covering different real-life areas of Cold War Germany. However, keep in mind that future additions to the Army General mode can feature either smaller or larger maps. But to give you some actual tangible background, the largest Steel Division 2 campaign map will be about the same size as the largest Warno map. However, the level of detail and playable hexes, which are squares on the map you can move units to, has increased from Steel Division 2 to Warno. This means realistically that the largest Warno map will actually be 33% larger in terms of playable area than the SD2 version. Every unit will be represented on the map by a pawn, which will either be a battalion or a battalion strength battle group, with again a historical table of organization and equipment for each group. Army General campaigns in Warno will be turn-based, much like they were in Steel Division 2, where you move your units across the map until you meet enemy units in battle, where it will then turn into a regular Warno match, with your and enemy forces being made up of the units you engaged with on the world map. Now, turns in the campaigns can represent anything from a few in-game hours to really any period of time, though I'm assuming this might be map-based. Besides moving your own units or attacking enemy units, just like in Steel Division 2, you can order airstrikes, off-map reinforcements, and artillery bombardments. When your friendly units encounter an enemy unit on the map, just like in Steel Division 2, you can of course auto-resolve battles, or you can decide to fight them yourself with the ability to give control of certain battle groups or units to the AI while you focus on some of your more important units. So that's pretty much all there is to say about Army General for now. I am personally very excited to get access to one of these ASAP, because this will be where I will spend most of my time playing Warno. However, as I was making this video, a little bit of information about the Operation game mode was released as well. Now, these are going to be somewhat similar to Steel Division 2's historical battles, though they will actually be a little bit different as well. Whereas in Steel Division 2, you could play historical battles as either faction or either side, in Warno the devs have made it so they are only playable from one side only. And though this sounds like a bad change, let me explain to you why I think it's actually a good change. This way, they can actually give the player's side a difficult challenge and not worry about making the experience balanced from both sides. An example they use here will be that one side has to have a last stand style defense, delaying the enemy as much as possible, something that would be very hard to balance for the attacking faction if they made that playable. Though the Cold War never went hot in Europe, there are about 15 to 20 operations planned for Warno. Again, if this is a release number or a number that they attempt to get to through DLCs and add-ons, we'll have to see. My favorite example they use here would be playing as Soviet VDV capturing key bridges deep behind enemy lines, very much sounding like a Cold War market garden, though escorting supply convoys and fighting a delaying battle in the Fulda Gap as the US Army are just two more scenarios they name here. Now, personally, I'm going to think this is a good change as it allows the developers to really create a mission instead of what really turn out to be glorified skirmish battles in Steel Division 2. So this is all we know about operations for now as well. Hopefully you guys are just as excited as I am to finally get some single player and co-op focused modes coming to Warno. For now, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in the next one.